Reading September minutes. We, this part here where the Westbourne is not, they're not gonna let us know a mile. They're gonna let us know where to spot cut. We're just gonna spot cut.
Oh, okay, we are.
Yeah,
Where are we gonna do that?
wherever the bus driver tells us to brush on the buses, that's what we're
We
gonna
haven't got that answer
do.
yet.
I talked to Matt this morning and he said that he apologized for you for all of that.
Okay.
So we'll get the information soon.
I will change that.
Yeah, and then we've got, well, we'll get to that in a little bit. Okay,
Okay, so we'll approve them with that change?
I approve with the amended
okay.
verbiage.
I second. Okay. Appointing an overseer. Colin?
Yeah, did a little research on that following the discussion last week. And according to this particular statute, we are required to have a road overseer. And I did check with the county attorney and he says, it says shall, so that means it's mandatory. So we're gonna have to appoint.
But how many other townships have an overseer?
I have no idea. That really doesn't have any bearing on this. If we need an overseer and it's required by state statute, I don't see as we have any choice.
Okay.
I guess I would nominate Ted to officially make him the overseer for the township. That's a motion.
I nominate myself as the overseer. I make a motion for myself.
Okay, let's finish the first motion first. I guess Mike, well, never mind. Let's finish the first motion. I nominate Ted as the overseer.
We're gonna have to start doing our, motions and seconding them and then having votes as actual.
One way or another.
Well, no, so in an actual business meeting, or how I was taught in my years of 4-H, is if someone says, I make a motion, and then someone says, I second it, it doesn't mean that you are voting on it yet, it just
No.
means, yes, we're going to talk about it, and then you bring it to a vote. How we have historically done it is if there's a second, you assume those two people are voting on it, and we just have sped up the process. I think we are going to have to go away from that
I agree.
so that we can discuss it and then have an actual vote on it. So I'm going to second the motion, not as a vote yes, as a yes, let's talk about it
Okay.
On the
That's
first
fine.
motion.
on the first motion. And then we will have a vote on it. We're gonna have to start being more
To the vote.
Following the rules.
following the rules, Robert's Rules of Order, as it were.
So we have a motion and a second. Discussion.
So, right, so now you say, so discussion. Why do you not think it should be Ted?
Oh, well, I don't know, you know, if Ted is appointed, I mean, I've got a couple of points in here, I got a call from Scott Hall, I got a call from Ron, and now we're getting the promises out there, I don't think that we can fulfill. Now, Scott Hall is gonna go with Ted's plan, and he wants to bring Eastern Rhode and mix it with,
Who's Scott Hall?
Millings, Scott Hall.
Yeah, who's
Lives
that?
on the corner of 50th and Andover Road. He put the big shop up there.
Okay.
And then he wants to bring in another additive and add to that. And he said, I agree with Ted. Well, we can't do that. We can't have a custom fit to the road because then we've got to give them a road and we got to do what they want and then we got to have what they want. And everybody gets to put in on that. We can't afford that. I get a call from Tim O'Connor, and he lives over here on Santa Fe Lake Road and 30th. And his ditches, he said the edge of the road is trapping the water. And I said, well, that's because we pulled the crown. I said, we should have pulled it over the top of itself and then pulled from the ditch side to the crown and then run it back over the other corner. But the point of the matter is all the promises goes out that we can't afford it. The township only has so much money. And everything is a spend. Ted's upset now because we don't have new tires on the motor grader. The motor grader tires are okay. The bids that Ted brought in over here on his grader tires, I got a bid that's lower for a better tire that's steel belted, and it's 5226.50. You know, I'm studious to the money because I have to answer for the money, and I don't want somebody out ordering this and ordering that, and then us going broke, and then I have to answer for it. Right. And you know, everything here is financial. I'm a businessman. I run a business. I run two of them, and everything is financial. Everything has to do with the dollar. So, and I want the township run like a business too. And that's why I don't want any frivolous spending or any favoritism or any of that.
I'm not sure of the overseer position. I mean, they're responsible for the improvements on the roads, so on and so forth. That does not give him ability, a blank check. The overseer just oversees the conditions of the roads, comes to the board when something needs to be done. The board ultimately still has a decision on whether they're gonna spend the money or not.
So I actually also did a small bit of research on that, and a thing that I read said that the overseer just reports to the board what they spent. So
Yes.
I think it would have to be someone who works closely with the board to accomplish our directives.
Any other discussion?
Is this a paid position?
No.
Yes. Yes, it is.
It doesn't have to be.
Well, I'm not understanding any of that, but I do know it's a paid position.
Because we don't really.
And I feel like I pay attention to the necessities of it. You know, the FEMA money, the stuff that we got coming in. You know, the checks that we got in. You know, the FEMA money, I want that money to go to widening the culverts on the road. Where the culverts are too narrow for the road and somebody has to stop and let the other person come through. And I've already talked to the county on that. I mean, I run the roads. You know, I see where you put gravel up on North Prairie Creek Road. But you run the gravel into the turning onto private property. We gotta go get that gravel off private property. We can't do that. You know, it's illegal. You know, you got Scott in your agreement with Scott Hall that he's gonna donate that. Donations to a township are illegal.
That is not necessarily true, Tom.
If there's an AG counselor,
Well,
is there an AG?
that has nothing to do with our discussion, Tony.
You last reasons why, I'm telling you
I
why.
talked to the county attorney today, and that is not necessarily a true statement.
Okay, well, I have an AG opinion that says I can't take donations.
I'm just telling you what the county attorney told
Right,
me.
and even this bid right here to Anvil, it says donations right on it.
That's why I called him, because I saw that too.
Yeah,
And I talked to the county
now,
attorney.
and that's not even what I
Are you gonna
wanted.
let me talk or not?
Okay, go ahead.
I talked to the county attorney specifically about that, and he said that it is not illegal.
Okay, well, I feel that it is, and my council says it is, if I'm not going with it.
The council is not for the township.
It doesn't matter.
The council is my council.
That's right, not the township council. Big difference,
Maybe we need to get a council.
okay? Then we have that.
But as it is of right now, I'm not comfortable with Ted being an overseer. He's promised too much stuff to everybody, and we can't even do that. We can't even do half the stuff that he has. We don't have the manpower, we don't have the
I object.
means or the talent.
There's a time
I
frame.
object.
What, okay, what?
It's not a discussion, Ted. This is huge.
Okay,
It's time
hold on,
for-
stop.
Time for a vote.
I vote no.
Do we know any other townships that have an overseer?
I'd have to call and ask, I don't know that.
Because I think that I can see having the trustee of the township who is technically in charge of the roads be the overseer makes sense. I don't know if precedent has been set that the operator is just the overseer.
Could be either one.
I would like to table this motion so that we can do some more research and think about it and not make a knee-jerk sudden reaction. So
Okay.
I move to table the motion to next meeting.
I second the motion.
Okay. So I'm tabling it.
Okay, what about then we don't worry about the second motion.
Oh, well, if Tony wants to bring another motion, he can. I'm gonna table that one too.
No, we can table it. Okay, revised personnel policy manual.
I started on that a long time ago. I think we need to continue it. I still have my draft on my computer. I can print it out and bring it to next, but I think we need to make that happen. That's a
Agreed.
motion.
Second.
Vote, any discussion?
I also think I have a couple of,
Okay.
because we had collaborated on a couple of things, and I still have all of those, and we just need to put it
You
together.
wanna send them to me, or?
Sure, I
Okay.
will
And
dig
I'll
up what I have and we can, and put them together.
Vote, yes?
I vote yes.
Continue.
Yes. Okay, treasurer's report.
Okay, in the general fund for September, we had deposits of $6,876.78. Expenses were $6,673.40, so our balance in the general fund is $73,471.96. In the road, we had deposits of $38,924.48. Expenses were $10,068.28, leaving our balance $230,987.99. No changes in FEMA or special machinery. We are 3/4 of the way through 2025, which is hard for me to believe. General fund is overall sitting at 55%, so we are under budget for the general fund. And the road fund is overall sitting at 57%, so we are also under budget for the road as of right now. I will take questions first, and then I have a comment. Questions?
None.
Questions? Okay. I think that we as a board need to set a special meeting to plan our next year's budget. We did it that one year with Randy, and then the last couple years, we've just said, okay, well, let's just do a percentage increase. I think next year coming up, we need to actually have a meeting and revisit and talk about the spend.
Okay. Do you have some dates?
I don't know when y'all are available. Days, evenings, I cannot do weekends.
Anytime, as a starting
Tony,
point.
do you have any?
It'll have to be in the evenings if it's during the weekday or Saturday.
I can't do a Saturday. The girls have volleyball and a million other things going on.
Next month, you looking at?
Yeah, we could do early November, or when are you're gone, right?
Right.
When do you come back?
28th.
28th. So the first or second week in November? Or we can,
The only thing I'd have would be on the 6th of November, that morning, but other than that, choose a date.
okay, how about Wednesday, November 5th?
What time?
7 o'clock here?
7 PM or AM?
PM. PM, please. You all heard it here, 7 PM, November 5th.
It's fine.
That's all I have.
Okay, roads. What did we get done in the last 30 days, Ted? I didn't see Ben trucking on that.
haven't gotten a bill from Van and Truck.
Pass that around, please.
In months.
I mean, a couple. Like, we're caught up with them, but.
Another question.
Okay,
That's what I've done the past 30 days.
okay, cemeteries. Brent, oh, there you are. What's going on the cemeteries?
Nothing to report, really. I'm not gonna get my part-time.
Yes.
I work part-time.
Yes, we need to discuss that too.
Yeah.
To bringing him on. I think that would be a good
He's a good worker.
worker.
Yeah,
Discuss
he
it
is.
right here in front of
Okay, equipment.
No, wait a minute, cemetery, a couple things. One, talked last time about an upgrade to the Pontum software package to have GIS mapping.
Uh-huh.
I did talk to him, $8,000 minimum to start.
I don't think it's worth it.
I guess I make a motion, we don't do it.
I second the motion.
Yeah, agreed.
Okay, no
I vote-
discussion, we all vote,
I vote.
we're not gonna do it.
No, yes.
Okay.
I vote yes.
The second thing I had is I took one of our maps down to City Blue, had them look at it and see what it would take to reconstitute those maps, since the ones we've got are in pretty bad shape. Came up with the bid of, actually not much, about $400 to do them. They'll have to redesign, or have to figure out how they're gonna do it, and then do 5 or 6 maps.
And they re-image that?
Yeah, they're gonna have to redraw them. They probably can't re-image them. We talked about it, and they said that's probably not gonna happen, because they're in such bad shape. So they're gonna have to draw them in. We may have to go back in and write the names in it, but they're gonna work on that. I'm gonna run a report out upon them to see if they can use that and go ahead and populate all the graves.
I think that's a great idea.
So, anyway, I tried to get other bids, and I just can't find any place that would even do it. So City Blue is the only place I could find that would even look at them.
I make a motion to proceed with redoing the maps at City Blue.
Okay, which, oh, Mike, I saw you somewhere. I'll have to borrow them at some point in time. I don't know how long it'll be, but I'll tell them that if something comes up, we may have to pull them out for a little bit.
We're trying to get the copies so that we can put them here and
So-
be compliant.
Those are just so bad, I'm afraid we're gonna start losing data.
Well,
Not yet.
and I got a couple from the county that are blank. I can give them to you. I didn't think about that the other day when I give you those.
Okay, well,
But I could run those 2 copies I got by, and maybe they can go off of that.
okay. Don't worry about it right now, because I'll have to get them, I'll go back down and talk to them, see what we come up with.
Let me know.
So,
I made a motion, but it's gonna die for lack of second if we don't.
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
Okay, so vote.
yes.
I vote yes, okay.
Okay.
Tony, I have a question. That auger thing, would that be equipment or
It's
something?
equipment. It's equipment, we can get that in a minute, that's important for me too. Okay, equipment. We want to purchase an auger.
What about, equipment, okay.
We,
Equipment.
last meeting said to get bids, did you?
We got this.
I got 4 of them.
Yeah, I think we should go ahead and move forward with that. We need an 18-inch auger and,
Where are the bids, which ones are you?
oh,
Which one did you suggest getting? How much is it gonna be?
I'll get that information to you. I don't have it here. It's in a notebook. I forgot to get it.
What's the cost gonna be?
Right around 4,000,
That's with
everybody.
the hydraulic, so everything?
Quick disconnect, attach hoses, all good. Yeah, I think it's gonna be an asset to the cemetery for sure. This one works good.
I mean, we have a repair and maintenance of the cemetery line item in the budget, so that money can come out of there. So,
Okay, we'll get that lined up.
well, we have to make a motion and vote on it.
Make a motion, I'll make a motion to buy the auger.
Second,
I vote yes.
I vote yes.
yes.
Okay, old business FEMA updates.
No,
Oh,
we're not done with equipment. I asked for the truck to be put
Oh,
on
yeah, I
the
forgot about that.
thing. We got rid of our truck, now we're down to 1 truck. If Brent is mowing and Ted needs to go check on something, he's taking his personal vehicle, I think we need another vehicle.
What would our budget be on that?
I don't know, that's why I'm bringing it up here. I don't,
What would
we have, we have a special machinery fund that currently has $22,000 in it. We are under budget on both the general and the road fund, so we could move funds from any of the budgets that we're under on for those.
I think we should probably try to do it for 22,000. I think we can probably get something for that for sure.
Does anyone have any
Something in mind.
ins, yeah, with like, used car dealership by chance?
At least a 250 or 2,500. At least a good 3/4 ton.
Mhm.
4-wheel drive.
4-wheel drive, 3/4 ton, yes.
Does someone wanna take the,
Yeah, we'll find out.
okay. I mean, I can go to Auto Trader and that's about my extent of
Yeah.
buying vehicles,
I'll
so.
call Gerald.
Didn't you send information about a truck, Ted?
I did.
I don't remember the details, but
That's correct.
Anything else?
Hold on, let me see if I can find that text really quick. Where was that at, Ted?
I sent it by email.
No, I have it. Where was the truck at?
Oh, it's in Wichita at an auto dealer. Elite Autos.
Two
On
thousand
Kellogg.
seven Ram, 1-ton, quad cab, flatbed, 161,000 miles on it. It's a diesel with only 161,000 miles on it for 2007. That's nice.
the Cummins diesel.
What year is it?
That's right.
6.7 liter.
That's
or
what I was
6.7
thinking.
Diesel, yeah.
What year is it?
2007. So go ahead.
Trailer towing.
Yeah.
Have you seen the truck?
No, I have not.
How much was it?
15, wasn't it?
That's correct.
15,000. That might be worth looking into.
So you don't know mechanically, you haven't driven it or anything?
I have not.
Okay.
Do you wanna get that information and go
Yeah, I'm sure it's in my phone.
check into it,
Yeah,
or?
the phone's in the truck.
Okay.
Where'd you ring it? We good? Okay, FEMA updates. Where we at on that?
Well, FEMA from 24 is done, closed out. I got a survey from, a phone call survey today on where it went. For the most part, it went okay. Some of their stuff needs a little work, such as their software. Has been declared for 25 June. They had an education meeting over in Augusta a couple weeks ago. I went over there, got us enrolled for following the process. Samantha is a secondary contact. We should be getting a phone call anytime. We've got to do this 2 to 3 hour initial meeting with the state and the federal guys. I don't know when that's going to be. I don't know who we're going to be dealing with at the federal level. It'll be Terry Klain that we worked with last time, and Terry did a superb job. It helped us
Terry.
out.
Oh my gosh.
He helped us out a huge amount.
Godsend.
And he was here earlier. You probably met him then, Tony. He took pictures, so on and so forth. He collected all the lot. Basically, he took a whole lot of the information we got to supply. So, they'll be looking.
So they have a meeting planned?
It will be sometime. I don't know when. They haven't scheduled it
We
with
have
us
to
yet.
do what do they call it?
It's a
Preliminary.
Yeah, preliminary, but it's like a
Orientation of some
go,
sort?
I don't know, they have.
They go through a ton of policies. You know, you got to get in environmental impact. You got to get in historical impact. I mean, it's a very, very long meeting. And the person we had last year, you'd ask a simple question and you got an encyclopedia of a response that you had to sort through. She's gone. We went through 4 project managers last time. So, you just get an email, oh yeah, by the way, I'm Pete Smith, I'm now your manager type thing. So there was a little lack of continuity there. There will be a meeting scheduled. I don't know when. We'll get a phone call and try to set it up then. And that starts the process.
Okay, that sounds good.
So
Do
we'll
that
need,
for sure.
which Samantha went through it before, rock tickets, time cards, and Ted's database, not database, his spreadsheet really helps out. Which, on that note, I will be unavailable from the 10th of this month through the 28th. So that's why Samantha will probably, if I don't get it in the next couple days, Samantha will be getting the phone call. And I will talk to Terry tomorrow and make sure that he knows.
Okay. Is that it on FEMA?
That's all I know right now.
Okay, we're gonna give an update on 50th Street. So what I wanna do, what I'm proposing is I wanna get bids. I wanna get bids, we have to get it from 3 different contractors. Two? Two on this?
Two.
Well,
I mean, you can get bids
yeah.
for 3,
I
the
think
more
we
the
should
merrier,
Get
but.
more.
Yeah, sure.
But I don't wanna put the, I don't wanna put the surface on the county. If we're gonna have a subcontractor work on that, they need to do it all so they're liable for it. You know, if we have somebody work on one part and work on the other, when there's a failure, because that road there will be. So then we've got 2 people, then that argue back and forth, we have the liability issue. We put it on one person, then there's no way to argue, they're solely responsible. And I'm gonna write those specs on that for the bid invitation to it. And, gonna require, probably 24 months instead of regular 10. They can bid it because that road's, the road that we had before made it probably 9-10 months. And so we had fringe knocking off of it. It already had cracks in the edge to 4 months into the process. But 24 months, they'll have to be responsible for that. So it puts them to a position of actually making sure that it's not gonna fail because they're liable. Put the liability on the contractor, not the county, not us. And look at those costs.
So does someone go out and mark actually where we want, like, this needs fixed, and this needs fixed, so everybody's bidding the same job, not,
Well,
however, whenever you get in
when-
there.
when the contract-
Fine.
When the contractor's liable for it, they're gonna fix it the best way that they know how.
Right,
You're
but there's
talking
parts of the,
initially
I'm
on-
talking about, there's parts of the road that don't need it.
Yeah, well,
So there's parts that are worse than others, right? We can all agree. There's sections of that road that are way worse than other sections of that road.
yeah. This is gonna be a tough one for them to bid too, because they gotta, once they get under the surface, they're gonna have to chase the water. There's water underneath that whole road. They're gonna have to chase that water until they find dry. And then they're gonna have a mix. They're gonna have a stabilized mix going in, not just an aggregate. Something that's actually gonna set up hard.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm asking, so that we have continuity between the bids, is someone gonna go out there and mark the places that we think, now granted, it could extend further if they get under there and it's all trash farther up and we didn't notice it or whatever. But that way we have continuity between the bids and somebody's not,
Yeah, I'll get with the contractors on it, so everybody's apples to apples.
okay.
Yeah. But, and then we'll see where those numbers are at, because they're gonna be high. Even this Andale bid, that equates out to 75,000 with the 2 top coats. 75,000, I mean, that's a Band-Aid on a fix. Cause our coatings are what, 23 and change, almost $24,000 a coating for the chip and seal.
I don't know
23
what-
23 or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
every person I've ever asked has told me a different number,
Right.
so.
I'm going off what Curtis had on his board. So, but nevertheless, we'll get numbers on it and we'll move it that way and
So
see
you-
where we're at.
Are you making a motion?
Yeah, we'll make a motion, get bids,
How many?
3.
I'll second the motion and then we can discuss.
Vote?
I think we've already done that.
Yeah, we're getting out of, I'm gonna get my gavel and we're gonna go back to Howard. Yeah, I think we should get bids. We have to do we have to keep moving forward in the process. This is the next step of the process to figure out how to fix it. So,
Right.
I vote yes.
yes.
Yes. Okay. Part-time employment.
Is Colson wanting to work more hours? And like that would be.
I think what Tony and I were thinking, maybe 32 hours max. I don't know that he wants to work 40, you know, but
Well, he has to stay under 40 or we have to bring him on
Yeah.
full-time and then benefits and all
so
that
that's
stuff.
why I was thinking 32
32
max.
less keeps him, at part-time employment.
And that way he can, you know, he does other stuff too, so that can give him some time to do his other things.
How old is he now?
I think he's like 17 now. I'm not sure, but I'll ask him.
He's a senior, isn't he?
Hmm?
Isn't he a senior?
I think he's graduated or homeschooling now,
Oh,
I'm not
really?
sure which.
I'll
So-
have to check with our insurance company because I
Yeah.
think that
18.
he can't drive, well, he can drive his personal vehicle and we can reimburse him mileage, but he can't drive
I think it was 18, wasn't it?
company, right,
But don't quote me on that.
No, you're right.
Insurance on the workman's comp covers and professional is it has to be 18 on a job site.
What's the plan for you? What are you gonna do with him?
Anything we need him for,
Okay, so he might
Mow some
be
ditches.
you know, he's,
sweep the shop or whatever.
we need somebody to mow ditches,
Mow
we need somebody to
ditches.
pick up trees, if we ever get a tree trimmed around here,
Yeah.
which I would like, I've been asking for a while.
We'll get it.
We'll get, or wait, once we get something from the bus.
We missed it, it's not on here, like, did we get a bid from, at one point we were gonna get a bid from that other guy, sorry, I just derailed this.
Well, we need to know where we're gonna trim first.
Yeah. And we got another guy that has a boom saw blade on a skid loader. It's pretty nice. And he can go up probably 35 feet. So, and he's 150 an hour, running hourly rate.
Once we figure out where, we can go from there. So we're trying to get that.
there's
Okay.
quite a few good places to do it.
Yep.
Yeah. Because once he starts cutting, we'll just use him for the cut and we'll have our guys pick it up.
Well, if we're gonna have something for him to do, yeah.
Yeah.
We just,
You know, just for an example, I was on Metal Art the other day, north of the highway. You know, you got that big hill there. Those trees on the east side of that road stick out in the road 10 feet, you know.
The cottonwood fell, I pushed it out.
Yeah, and I pushed it even farther.
Tractor.
well, even.
Yeah, that could have killed
40th
somebody.
Street between Walkeny and Indian Oil. There's just a half a mile there, but it needs to be cut back.
50th needs cut,
You got a lot.
40th needs cut, there's so many,
Yeah,
like,
there's a lot.
Indianola needs cut.
Okay.
We still don't, our
Well-
ad is still up on Indeed and we still haven't gotten 0 hits on that, so I say I make a motion that we ask Colson if, cause he is a contractor for us now for cemetery, whatever, but we'll move him to the W-2 part-time employee.
That's your motion.
That's my motion.
Second.
Yes.
Discussion, yes.
Okay. Good. Adjourn the meeting.
Hey, Mike? Any other documents for me? Okay.
Do we owe you any money for this?
Just hang on to them, since I'm gonna be gone for a while.
We got, Friday, but that's it.
Okay.
Get the tires picked up?
Really surprised, but it'll probably pop up here
I had to go back and get it with the loader. I couldn't.
in October, November.
Huh?